Yeah, NFL Week 4 is upon us. And right now, 3 weeks in, some of the teams sitting on top of the divisions are not what we expect, but I don't think they're going to stay there. Yeah, that's right. We're going to look ahead to week 4, and I will give you my predictions. This is Gridiron Nation, y'all, and it is rivalry week, baby. Battle of I-10. Lobo's coming to town, and we're going to talk about it. Yeah, NMSU Aggies all day, every day. Let's get it popping, familia. Let's do it.
Yo, Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, not to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's all.
Man, I got issues going on here, man. All my stuff is a mess on my desk. I ain't been much in my studio, man. I was in here the other day working on some music, so I didn't really get through all my notes and everything, but I am here. I am ready to go. What is up, familia? Welcome to another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast, y'all. I am your host, Gabriel Garcia. Yeah, man, what is popping, everybody? Hope you guys are out there feeling good, living well, and most definitely living blessed, man. I definitely am. It's been busy. Been told y'all about this new job I'm doing, right? So it's been busy, man. But I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it ready to get up in this place, man, to start doing some work, man. But how y'all living out there, man? Hey, what do y'all think about what's going on right now? NFL. I mean, Washington is on top of the East. We're only 3 weeks in. Settle down, okay? Although Jane Daniels looked good last night, but don't expect that every week. Okay, I'll get into that a little bit later. All right, we got Seattle on top. That is interesting. Very interesting, man. Yeah, Niners, man, they got to get healthy. Both them and the Rams got to get healthy. And then, of course, we've got Minnesota sitting on top of the NFC North, man. Don't sit there and act like y'all knew that was going to happen, because I sure as hell didn't. I had them finishing last. Yeah, but it is week 3. That's it. You look across around against around the other divisions. Um, Houston lost this week. A lot of y'all didn't expect that. I actually picked them as well. And how about Carolina, man? Carolina Panthers. Gotta give it up. Gotta give it up to the Red Rifle himself, Mr. Andy Dalton. Yeah, man. He went in there, got it done, played like a veteran does with veteran players on his squad. Now, do I think that Carolina is going to be surprising people like that every week? No. No. There is meaning to when people actually tell you, and there is truth to it, about not having film to prepare for in terms of an offensive scheme, the plays they're going to be calling, all that kind of stuff, right? So, but that had something to do with it. But I got to give it up to Andy Dalton, man. Got it done. So much respect, and it's just a crazy week, man. Once again, my Cowboys lost. Yeah, I know. Damn it, I don't even know what to say, y'all. I don't know what to say. Little, it was a valiant effort at the end there by Dak and the offense, but I'm not worried about the offense. As we are with the running game, it's starting to look like it's leaning more towards Dowdle. But there is something I'm worried about with the Cowboys right now. And that is, well, obviously the defense. Obviously, there's too much talent on that defense for them to be playing as bad as they played the last 2 games. Way too much talent. So It's like Tank Lawrence said in his interview after the game the other day. We got to stop playing Little League football. That's what we're playing. It's time to start playing like some grown men. And Jerry Jones coming out and saying, I thought for sure, I don't care if we're playing on Thursday against the Giants. By the way, this is the kind of game that you need to get right. Get you back on the right path. But Jerry Jones out here talking about, well, Dalvin Cook isn't. It's the game's too soon, so he won't be elevated this week. And I'm like, why the fuck not? Why not? You're saying this shit on Monday, dog. There's no issue there. You couldn't have called him up on Monday, prepared him, at least put him in the rotation. I'm not talking about giving this dude 10 snaps. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Jerry Jones. But half the time, I don't believe half the shit he says anyways. What was it, a day or two before the CD Lamb deal got done? Jerry Jones was out there telling the media, oh, no, we got no urgency. We'll see. We'll see when it gets done. So, everybody ran with that. And they were like, damn, man, there ain't even no urgency. Like, who knows? CD Lamb, there probably ain't even a deal. Doesn't even sound like they're close to a deal. Less than 48 hours later, bam, CD Lamb gets signed to an extension. It's been the same thing with Dak. So I don't believe a damn thing that Jerry Jones says. But still, to say something like that's just, it's out there, man. Like that's your excuse? Really? You know what I mean? Bring Dalvin Cook up. I'm sorry, but move Deuce Vaughn down to the practice squad and let Dalvin Cook get in at least a couple of snaps during this game, man. It's the Giants. Watch, this is going to be the game that the Giants, at their whole pass rush, everybody wakes the fuck up. You already see it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. But so we're going to get into all this NFL, in terms of what's going on the field a little later. All right. I've just been chilling this week, man. Besides work, just coming home, doing my things. Yesterday, I was tired as hell. Got home at 2 a.m. because Sunday night I had to work truck. It's a little weird. It's just during my training, though. And so, I've just been chilling, man. Just trying to watch some TV. I'm looking at all these different things. Like I was listening to something about fantasy football today. And they were trying to compare a lot of these performances of these players to Mexican food. And it was interesting. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm about that's going to be my first thing here. I'm going to get into here in a second is the fantasy football segment. And it was funny because they're like comparing, they're talking about foods that, no offense, white people, but that only white people are familiar with. Okay. And I'm listening to this dude's talk. And they're comparing like Jim Daniels to like a really good street taco. The way he played last night, that was like some bomb-ass red enchiladas with some meat and a freaking egg on top and some freaking, a kick to the chile with some freaking Spanish rice and some beans and cheese on the side, baby. That's how that boy played last night. Monday Night Football. Against that horrible, horrible Bengals defense. But I'm thinking, man, what? And then another one was throwing in a burrito. They were talking about some like a horrible bean burrito. The way the the Bengals defense played. Yeah. So, and then they start talking about, well, the reason we're doing this is because it is Latine. That is what they're calling it. Latine is not Hispanic. Latine Heritage Month. No, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Y'all need to stop changing shit because you think you're offending a few people. Maybe you are offending a few people, but you're offending me with all the changes you're making. All right, what first it was Latinx, stupidest shit in the world. Okay, now you got Latine. What the fuck? Like Latin with an E. Somebody, please explain this shit to me. Okay, and I know I'm doing a lot of cussing already in the show, but come on now. Come on. Latine? Really? Latine, Latinx. Get rid of both of them. Damn it. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. Chicana, Chicano, Mexican. whatever the hell. Stop making up your own damn words because a few people that are like in this newer generation are getting offended. They don't even know why they're offended. It's cool for them to be offended. That's part of the thing of their whole generation, right? Because they're soft. So stop it. Stop it. No more Latin, no more Latinx. And let's just go back to what matters, okay? Is it calling it properly? That is not proper. That is plural. Stop it. That's wanting to be like, well, we don't want to offend anybody. Well, you know what? Check this out. You're offending me with all that stupid shit. Are y'all going to change it now? All right. Rant over, baby. Fantasy football. Yeah. 2024. Next week, I'm going to be putting up a little graphic, giving you an update of where we are. Just a little less than a quarter away through about a quarter of the way through the season. So that'll be next week. And I got to tell you guys, man, last year, you guys know, you can go back and listen to the episodes. I had a rough year in the inaugural Gridiron Nation podcast, quarterback coaches, Couch QBs League, Fantasy Football League, the first ever year. I had a tough year. Didn't make the playoffs. Started off with a loss, and I just kept losing. And I said, not this year, baby. Not this year. Not this year. I was smart with my draft. This was my first draft of this season, of the many that I'm in. And now, y'all need to go on. And if you're in the league, go ahead, go look at the standings, read it and weep so far. I better not talk so much. I'm going to talk actually, I'm going to talk my trash while I can, because I can turn around and lose 5 in a row and just be done. So this is the only chance I got. This could be the only chance I got right now to talk my shit. El Jefe sitting right there, okay, on the top spot. The only. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see it on the camera? Yeah, it's kind of blurry. I know. 3-0, sitting on top, and it's a beautiful thing, baby, because that's where I should be. I had to even change my little logo to a crown because I run this piece. At least right now I do. Oh, Isaiah, man. Isaiah trying to defend his title. His team this year is called CD's Nuts. So there's a 4-way tie. All at 2-1. But that doesn't matter because there is only one team that is 3-0. Okay, and that is Team El Jefe. All right. JP, where you at, dog? You're 1-2. 1-2, man. Damn. Gotta get it together, man. I beat. Hey, sorry, Jersey. You're my boy, but I had to do it this week, man. Had to put a beat down. I shouldn't say beat down. I beat you by what was it? About 22 points. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So I did good though. Kyler Murray been doing good for me at quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson had a good first 2 weeks for me. He was trash this week, but you guys know this, especially at running back position, that your players are going to give you weeks like this. The players that give you, 1 or 2 good weeks, and they're going to have a bad week. Then they give you 2, 3 more good weeks and a bad week. And then, and I expect that. So it's okay. I'm not going to put him to my bench. Hell no. But I did start Charbonnet this week. As soon as I heard that he was playing again. Yeah, because I had to put Rachaad White to my bench in 3 leagues. Had to do it. I had to do it. Put him on my bench, and I put in Charbonnet. Charbonnet killed it for me in this league, y'all. Killed it. Tyreek was nothing spectacular. He got me 7 points. Mike Evans, nope, nothing spectacular. My receivers were trash this week, y'all, except for my receiver sitting in my flex spot, which is Rashee Rice, who has come through for me every single week this season. So far. My knock on wood now everybody in my squad is going to stink up the place this coming week. Sam Laporta, though, hey, if y'all want to trade, I might need a tight end. I don't know what the situation is. But if anybody got a tight end, you want to trade, or maybe you want to offer me something for Laporta, just putting it out there in Gridiron Nation that I would be taking offers for him. Doesn't mean I'm going to trade him, but if you throw me the right offer, I just might, because I know he's struggled a bit this season. It's not really a struggle. He's just not getting the targets. But I think that's going to change. Okay. That's going to change. A lot of teams were going into this season preparing defensively to take him out of the game. You know, they still can't stop the run because the two-headed beast. So they're like, well, the pass game, let's take him out. So I think he's going to bounce back, though. I really do. And of course, Pittsburgh is my defense. They've been doing good. Young Wei, cool. Gave me 7 points. I'm cool with that. So your boy's sitting in first place, man. And I'll put up the graphic next week. But for now, this is the order it's in, even for those tied at 2-1. So got me in first place, El Jefe. New York Rocker, that's my boy Brian Stepnowski. He's sitting in second place. And Triple P, which is Jose. What is up, Jose? How's everybody doing out there at Hobby Lobby, man? It's Triple P, and that doesn't mean Peter Piper Pizza, man. That means Puro Pinchi Party. He's sitting in third. Of course, Isaiah with CD's Nuts in fourth. And my dog, Diggy Dog, Rudy's Rowdy Team sitting in fifth. And then Carlos's it's competitive team. And I believe that is Angels Pops, Carlos Luna. And he is sitting there in sixth place. Now, that's just the order it has them in, because those 5 guys are all 2-1. All right. So then, of course, we got John Walker, Army of Champions. He was the runner-up last year. He's sitting there in 7th. JP in 8th at this point at 1 and 2. Team Gallegos, Angel 1 and 2. Jersey 1 and 2. And then my cousin Nick 1 and 2. Bubble, what are you doing, Bubble? My brother. We've been playing this game for damn too long for you to be finishing in the bottom like this, bro. For you to be 0-3 right now. Told you. Stop drafting Brock Purdy so early, man. He's going to be there a few rounds later. Okay? But damn, I mean, I'm looking what you did this week, though. I mean, you still had 115 points. Who'd you play this week? That's what I got to see. 115 points. Okay. Oh, Angel. Okay, Angel got his first. That was a close one, man. Yo, that was a close one. Less than 2 full points. So, damn, it sucks when you lose like that, right? Especially when you look at how much points you got. 151 points. When you look at how much points you got, and then you look at all the other teams that won, and you're like, man, I would have beaten everybody else in the league this week, except for the damn fool that beat me by 2 damn points this week. It's messed up when that happens, man. It is. But don't fret, y'all. We're only 3 weeks in, so there's a lot of time to bounce back, especially if you're at 1 and 2. Now, Bobo, at 0-3, I will advise you don't have to listen to me. But if anybody, or even if guys, if you're in another league at this point and you're 0-3, now's the time to start making trades. Because now is when you do start to panic a little bit. When you're 0-3, you got to remember, guys, the playoffs start like in week 14 or something like that, week 14 of the NFL. So right now, you got 11 weeks to get your shit together. Okay. So if you're 0-3 in any leagues, now is the time to start looking at, you might have to dump some of your good players, man. You know? I'll throw you an offer. I'm going to see what you need. It looks like you need, you need a tight end, Bobo. You do. What else you got, man? Damn, your bench is thin. Ouch. All right, well, I'll send you a little something later, man. But, so, anyways, I'm happy because I had a good week of fantasy football. Yeah, my Cowboys lost, okay? And yeah, my D-backs have now lost 2 games in a row. Damn it. Right, and was wearing the damn last week of the damn, last week of the regular season, man. We're holding on to that wild card spot. My D-backs, y'all gotta get it done. Okay, get in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. So I'm all right, though. I'm all right. But I figured out why the Cowboys lost. It's my fault. I changed my flag. Now, I buy a flag every single year, guys. Every year, I buy a flag, right? And I put the new flag up every single week, win or lose. But the last 2 years, I haven't bought a flag. Just, the summer gets away from me, and then next thing you know, week one is here. All right, man. I don't want to order a flag online, and I gotta wait like a couple weeks, and then by then, I'm a couple weeks in with this flag I got now, and we're winning, so I don't want to bring it down. Yes, I'm that kind of fan. All right, don't judge me. So I'm like, okay, I've had the same flag I've been using for the last 3 years. Nice little flag. And I said, okay, this year I got to change it though. I didn't buy one, but I keep all my other flags nice and folded in a little bin. And I said, let me go and change it up. So I have a big blue one. It's a 3x5 that I hang outside every Sunday now. And it's a blue one, and it's got the star in the middle. Bam. Beautiful while it's waving. Problem is, I had the old flag up for week 1 when we put a beat down on Cleveland. Week 2, I said, I'm going to change the flag. So for these last 2 beatdowns we've taken, I've had that blue one up. I said, no. Yesterday, I said, that's the problem. I'm the problem, y'all. I know. Right? So I did it. I said, yesterday, I'm going to change my flag. So I went in, and I have one that was custom made that says Cowboys Nation, right? Representing my group on Facebook, Cowboys Nation, over 10,000 plus followers. Go and look me up, follow me. And I put it to that. So that's going to be the flag that's waving out there in prime time on Thursday evening as we take out the Giants. Yes. So I'm at fault for that. Okay. So now I know what's wrong. Now I fixed it, and I think we'll be good. But time will tell. Time will tell, y'all. So speaking of week 3, man, I know, guys. The Cowboys, it was an ugly game. I know, start to finish. The second half, I was kind of lucky that I had to work. That sounds fucked up, huh? I'm lucky I had to work, man. You only say that like if you dodged like some big, tragedy or something, but I didn't get to watch the afternoon games. So I watched the morning games, and it was some good stuff, and I was like, all right, man, I gotta get ready for work, right? So I was watching the first quarter. I was like, okay, yeah. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to work. And I was listening to it on the radio over there. I was like, man, are y'all kidding me? It was horrible. Horrible. So I get to work, and it's like halftime, right? We start working. The guys, they're all talking football. We're loading the truck, and I'm looking at my phone, and one of the guys has it watching one of the games. But I'm sitting there, and I'm watching it. I'm not watching the game, but I'm keeping track of it as it's going on. And I'm seeing the plays, and all of a sudden the Cowboys start connecting downfield. They're racking up all these points, and everybody's like, "Oh man, your boys are coming back!" And I'm looking at this in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, "They're saying what?" No, I said, "No, there ain't enough time. There ain't enough time." Sure enough, we done ran out of time. Defense couldn't get that big stop when they needed to late in the fourth quarter, but uh, I'm not tripping yet, guys. We're 1-2. And as long as we can take care of business against the Giants, we'll be 2-2. We'll actually be doing okay. 4 games in. 2-2 wouldn't surprise me if you had told me before the season started, hey, by week 4, at the end of week 4, you'll be 2-2. I'd have said, okay, cool. So that means we're probably beating the Saints, losing to Baltimore, and losing to Cleveland, and beating the Giants. That's just the way I would have saw it. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'm not guaranteeing a victory here. Yes, I am. No, I'm just kidding, man. But seriously, going back to this game, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, all these guys we knew were going to be a problem, and they were. They were. Lamar Jackson only had 182 yards passing. Not bad, but it's efficient. It's efficient. 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry, though, 25 carries, 151 yards. Lamar Jackson killed us on the ground with 87 yards. I just don't get it, man. I don't know what Mike Zimmer was doing. I expect this defense to be better under him, not worse than last year, especially with the players they got coming back and with adding Kendricks to this defense. I don't know, man. What do y'all think, man? Hit me up on the social medias and let me know what you guys thought of this game. Okay, because I I'm not panicking. I know a lot of Cowboys fans are already jumping ship. I seen it. I seen y'all. Talking about that's it. We're done for the year. Cool. Call it a season and stop watching football this year, bro, because your season's ending early. Mine is not. Mine is not. Dallas gets 2-2. Then I think that's when I'm like, okay, you know what? They're looking okay. They're all right. They're all right now. They'll be okay. Because that's when you start to look at ahead a little bit where you're back to 500, almost like you're week one again, going into week one. Thing is, they'll be going on the road to Pittsburgh, so they really need some momentum here going across the country to the Meadowlands to take on the Giants in prime time. And then Pittsburgh's going to be in prime time, but they will have an extended week to prepare for that game. My guess is they'll stay there on the East Coast. My guess. But the schedule really picks up after this Giants game because Dallas is going to have Pittsburgh, and then they come back home. They get Detroit. Then you get a bye, and then you got to go to San Francisco, then to Atlanta, come home against Philly, home against Houston, and then you get on the road against Washington, and then you play the Giants again, Cincinnati, Carolina, Tampa. All games looking very winnable, but that little stretch in the middle, man, that's going to be big. So they need this win, not just to get, back even at 500, but to get right, man. Just to shed off all the bad vibes that are going on from these last 2 weeks. Just get rid of it and say, okay, now let's focus and look ahead, man. And I love what Dak Prescott did after the game. Oh, he was pissed. You saw him and CD kind of chirping back and forth, but it didn't bother me. I mean, the guys were mad. It's emotional. I've been there. If you've ever been a player, you know you can get emotional. They didn't get out of hand, so I'm okay with that. Of course, because it's the Cowboys, there are people trying to make more out of it than it is. But I like what Dak did. You could tell Dak was very irritated. He's coming off. He's got the camera on him. They're walking to the locker room. And he hears this stuff, man, because like I talk about all these fans that are like, I'm done. I'm done. Some of y'all were done after week 2. Fine. But I like it. He just looks at the camera and he just kind of peeks over and he's walking. He's irritated and he says, go ahead, jump off. Jump off if y'all want to. Please do. And to me, that's him. Of course, he's irritated, he's frustrated, but he's saying, go ahead. Y'all don't want to be fans because I already know that most of y'all are talking while looking at me in the camera right now. So if you're done with this team, be done with it. But, doubt us. Go ahead and doubt us because I'm going to come back. We're going to come back stronger. So I like it. I like what I saw from Dak, the anger afterwards. That's passion. That's a guy who knows that they are better than what they're showing right now. So I expect to see that against the Giants this week. I think it's time to shred off these last 2 losses, be done with it. We're going on the road. We're undefeated this year. We are. We're 1-0. Damn it. We're 0-2 at home. Then we need to get away from home for a little bit. Get back into our winning ways. And if it's got to be on the road, then I'm all right with that too. All right, so yeah. But hey, it was a tough game, but now we move on. You know what I mean? Steelers on the Chargers, another defensive game. Of course, Herbert came out. He was playing injured. Didn't finish the game. That was too bad. Eagles and Saints, man. Eagles, y'all pulled that one out of your ass. You can thank Saquon Barkley for that. It hurts. I don't ever want to hear anybody calling this man elite again. Dude is trash. Trash. Turnover in every damn game. Leading the league in turnovers right now. And it's fucking hilarious. I love it. Broncos. Nick, shout out to your Broncos, man. They didn't just beat the Buccaneers. No. They beat the hell out of the Buccaneers. They beat them down. That was an ass whooping, 26-7. So, good job to the Broncos, man, getting their first win. Packers beating the Titans, again, with no Jordan Love. Didn't expect them to win without Jordan Love, but they did. And the Titans, man, I don't know what's going on with this squad. Damn, underachieving all that talent. Giants, I know y'all beat the Browns, but you guys damn near lost this lead, man. That would have been sad. I really would have been. Bears and Colts. Thought the Bears would win this. Caleb Williams finally was able to get it going through the air, but man, that Bears defense, I don't know. They still played tough, but to give it, at 21 points, ouch. And then I talked about the Panthers. They hung 36 on the Raiders. I know we lost, but we didn't lose to the damn Panthers, Raider fans. Y'all are trash. Dolphins and the Seahawks, man. Seahawks won that one big as I expected them to. Lions and the Cardinals. Lions got the win. I expected the Cardinals to win. That was a good game, though. That was a good game. Rams and Niners was a good one. And I really thought that the Niners would still find a way to win that game, with the Rams without their top two receivers, and it was still a high-scoring game. These two teams missing so many weapons on offense, big weapons, and they were still able to put up points. Chiefs and Falcons. Chiefs got that one, man. That was a close one, and I think it was once again helped by the referees. There was that one in the fourth quarter. Should have been a touchdown. Falcons ended up getting no points out of that drive. And you see the pass interference, and the refs were like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't see shit. I didn't see a damn thing. I'm plead the fifth. Yeah. Then Monday night, we had that stupid doubleheader. I don't know why they did that. Bills put a beat down on the Jags. Trevor Lawrence. Y'all can sit there and talk about Dak all you want, but at least he threw for 300 yards. What did Trevor Lawrence do? Trevor Lawrence ain't doing a damn thing, man. Dude, this was the year I said this is the year he's got to do it if he's going to do it. He just got paid. Paid. And here he is out there looking like, do I dare say, a bust, because at this point in his career, for the amount of hype that was on this dude, they've put talent around him. I mean, what do you do? What else do you say? Commanders, talked about this one with Jaden Daniels last night. Oh, he looked impressive last night. Very impressive. They opened up the playbook. You could see they threw in pass plays that haven't been there the first 2 weeks. They're easing him into it, which is smart. But first of all, let's just take this with a grain of salt. So, Washington fans, celebrate it while you can, because your reign atop the NFC East is not going to last very long. This was the Bengals, who are now 0-3. They were 0-2. Horrible defense. I told y'all during my my divisional previews that this defense was not going to be very good, especially that secondary. The pass rush has one good pass rusher, and they're bad. They're across the rest of the line. The secondary is bad because they lost about, about 3/4 of that secondary. Now you're seeing it. So this was the perfect time to throw some passes in there. They weren't ready because they did not have a lot of these plays. They were not ready for them. They were not prepared for them, because these plays, a lot of them were not in the playbook for Jaden Daniels' first 2 games. Nonetheless, his accuracy was very good. His deep ball was on point. You know what I mean? But there wasn't much pass rush. He didn't have to scramble very much. When he did, he was effective, but he didn't have to. And of course, Eckler had himself a game, who is probably going to be out going into next week. He had a concussion. So, yeah, great. Very impressive game by Jane Daniels, man. Yeah, very impressive game. But let's remember, he's a rookie. Y'all don't. This is where everybody's going to start overreacting, they're going to start plugging him in fantasy football. I had to start him in a league that actually lost this week because I didn't have a choice. Okay? Because Trevor Lawrence is my other quarterback. That's how bad it got. I'm like, well, at least there's freaking upside with Jaden Daniels. Maybe he runs for a touchdown. He got me some touchdowns passing and running. So I still lost the league, though. Not by much. That's the one league I'm not doing good in. That is the one league, the only league that I am not doing good in. Things got to change. I'm going to have to make some trades. But that's how we looked for week 1. Okay. Now let's look ahead to week 2, y'all. Week 2, week 3, week 4. Where the fuck is my head right now? That's how it looked for week 3. Okay, now let's look ahead to week 4. Broncos at the Jets. Okay, I'm going to give you guys these, and I'm going to run with them, as far as my picks go, my graphic and everything that I'll be putting out later in the week. Okay. So we've got, let me get ahead on this. NFL week 4 preview. Broncos at the Jets. Let's start with the morning games. I'm going to go with the Jets. They are at home. I know the Broncos looked good this past week, but it was one game. Settle down. They're 1-2. Jets looked like Rodgers was finally starting to get it together last week. I'm going to go with the Jets to win this game. Then we got the Vikings at the Packers. Ooh, Vikings are 3-0, Packers for 2-1. Basically, we're going to see who is the top dog going into week 5. You know what? I think the Vikings are for real. Yes, I said it even with Sam Darnold. I think they are. I think they are. I mean, what else can you expect? This is a team that, that put it on the Texans. Not just beat the Texans. They put a beat down on the Texans, 34-7. Jersey, your Houston Texans that you love and you hype so much, took an absolute backhands. Back to the face. Back again. Back again. Back again. That's what happened in this game. Texans lost 34-7. I believe Vikings are legit. And fuck it, man. Keep Darnold in there. You stick with what's working, man. You stick with what's working. I know everybody's surprised by this, right? Everybody's like, what? Yeah, exactly. I got the Vikings going on the road to Lambeau and beating the Packers. Yes, I do. Until I see different. Okay. Saints at the Falcons. This is going to be a good one. Saints were a little exposed last week. Philly played tough defense on them because the game that the Carter had up front, I mean, that they had against the run, they were able to drop those safeties back and let their front four just do their thing. Their front 7, I should say. They were able to drop the safeties, and they completely took Rashid Shaheed out of the game. And what I mean by that, no, he didn't get hurt. I mean, they made him irrelevant in this game. They did. They took his speed out of it, but by not letting him go over the top, right? And they were able to contain Alvin Kamara, and they were able to keep the points down. I think the Falcons have a good enough defense to follow that blueprint. And I got the Falcons winning at home, tying it up at 2-2 with the Saints after this game. All right. Eagles and the Bucks. I would be ready to pick the Bucks this week if they didn't look so bad against the Broncos. Eagles are usually better on the road at home. So I'm going to go with Philly, as much as I hate to say that, and I hope I get that one wrong. I really do. I really do. Bengals at the Panthers. Dalton about to beat his old team, y'all. I got the Panthers winning this game because right now, the Bengals, while their offense looks good, their defense is trash. Did I already say they were trash? I'm going to say it again. Trash. They're bad. Horrible. Horrible. So I get the Panthers winning that at home. Jaguars at the Texans. This one here, I am going to have to go with the Texans because as bad as they looked last week, they are not as bad as the Jags. The Jags are 0-3 right now. I think the Texans go to 3-1. Jags go to 0-4, and we'll be in a lot of trouble. This is a team, this Jaguars team, that if this continues by midseason, we could see a coaching change. I think Doug Peterson has underachieved for the expectations that were rightfully in place, him winning a Super Bowl over in Philly and all that. So, man, I mean, what else can the Jags do other than get rid of the coach, right? Right, because they're not getting rid of Trevor Lawrence. Ain't nobody going to take on that contract. Steelers at the Colts. Y'all already know I got to go with the Steelers in this one to go to 4-0. Until I see Anthony Richardson show an ability to consistently pass the ball, then I'm not going to believe the Colts are going to do a lot. I mean, I have to see it from him. I do. Yeah, you can run. Yeah, you do that. But with your top receiver is doing nothing, bro. Michael Pittman, learn to throw him the ball, and I guarantee you he's going to make you better. You have to trust him. Michael Pittman Jr. is not a separation receiver. He is a possession wide receiver, which means he's going to have a guy on him. But what it is he makes his plays by going up, getting the ball, then shedding the guy off him. Okay, going and getting the jump ball, beating the DB for the ball, and then most of the time shedding him off and getting some yards after the catch. That is Michael Pittman Jr. Trust him. Anthony Richardson, until I see that, I cannot pick the Colts. Cannot. Got to go with the Steelers. Commanders at the Cardinals. Commanders coming off this high. I think they blew their load. They were against a really bad defense. Cardinals have a good run defense and a good, good up front. Pass defense is a little sketchy, but I'd like to Buda Baker do some things, man. I don't know. But I think the Cardinals offense, though, is going to be able to put up points in this Commanders defense. This secondary for the Commanders is bad. It is bad. Don't let last night's win fool you guys. Their defense is bad, especially in the secondary. Okay? So I think the Cardinals are going to take advantage of that. I like the Cardinals to win this game. Go to 2-2. They are at home. So Washington's got to come cross country now to the desert, baby. And I got Cardinals winning. Patriots at the 49ers. I'm just 49ers going to win this game. Yeah. Browns and the Raiders. This one's interesting. Both teams 1-2. You know what? I'm going with the Browns. I think the Browns get their win here, get another win. I think their defense will show up, and they're going to give a hard time to whether it's Aiden O'Connell or Minshew there. Right now, I mean, I think it's kind of – I know I like Pierce as a coach, but right now he doesn't know what it's like to be a coach this early in the season and be, at 1-2. He's already talking about the possibility of a quarterback change. Settle down, bro. Wait till at least after week 4 or 5. If you lose the next 2, you drop to 1-3, 1-4, then maybe, but you're talking about it at 1-2. He's going to learn, though. He's inexperienced as a head coach. I like the Browns to win that game. Okay, Chiefs at the Chargers. If there's no Herbert, I'm assuming there will be no Herbert. I think the Chiefs are going to win. If they would need Herbert to even have a chance in this game, and I might still pick the Chiefs, I'm going with the Chiefs to win. And the Bills at the Ravens. It's going to be the Sunday night game, y'all. Wow. I'm going with the Ravens. I know the Bills look good. Right now, Josh Allen's Superman, but how long can he keep this up? How long? They're 3-0, though. I didn't expect that. I got to give him props. I really do. Right now, Josh Allen is up there for an MVP, early MVP candidate. Okay? JP. But his name is in there for the early candidates right now. But I got the Ravens winning. I think they'll feed off of this win on the road in Dallas, and they'll go back home. They'll be excited, get back to 2-2. Defense will be ready to go. And now they're finally seeing that you got to give Derrick Henry the ball. I just wish it didn't take y'all playing us to realize that shit. Damn it. Monday night, another stupid-ass doubleheader. And I'm not saying the game matchups are dumb, but why the hell they keep putting 2 games on Monday? I don't know. Titans at the Dolphins. I got to go with the Titans to finally get a win, man. Something's got to give. No Tua there. Dolphins looked horrible last week. So I got to go with it. They don't know what's going on at quarterback. Seahawks at the Lions. Ooh, this is a good one. 3-0 Seahawks coming into Detroit Monday night. The Lions have looked very vulnerable, though. That secondary is still bad. I've been telling y'all. I'm going with the Seahawks to go to 4-0. Wow. Is that hot take-ish? Because they're on the road. It's not hot take-ish. They're 3-0 right now, baby, all right? And then, of course, Thursday night, I'm going to say it now, Cowboys are going to win this game. I think the Cowboys, it's a get-right game. And, of course, if they win this game, everybody's going to be like, yeah, but it was the Giants. That's okay. Sometimes it's the kind of game you need. When you've had some things going the last couple games that you got to kind of get right, this is that kind of game, okay? But get it right this time, because a loss to the Giants here and a drop to 1-3, then we could start talking about a quarterback change. No, that ain't happening. Sorry. A coaching change by midseason if it does not get better after 1-3. If they go to 2-2, then we're like, okay, Now we take a breath. We get ready for this tough stretch. Going in before to the tough stretch before the bye week. So that's what I got for week 4, y'all. Okay, but do me a favor, okay? If y'all disagree with any of this, that's okay. That's all right. But get at me. Let me know. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can look on all the bottom right there. You see the little scroller? I got all my socials on there. Okay. Instagram, GGarcia_Gridiron. On X, my handle is at the #1 Gridiron Nation. On Facebook, it's at Gridiron Nation and the #1. TikTok at Garcia.grid. And on YouTube, it is at Gridiron Nation Podcast 1. Yes, I just hit the table that the mic is clipped to. If you're hearing it on Spotify and you're like, what the hell was that? That's me. So let me know. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let's debate about it. See, you know what I love? Like me and Jersey will debate on our text. Me and JP actually debate quite a bit on our text, and it's always cool. And then we like flip it to something else, something funny, making fun of some kind of meme or some shit. So it's cool, man. I like a good debate. I do. And y'all get at me. Let me know what you guys think, how these games are going to shape up in your mind this coming week, man. And I will be sure to respond accordingly to each and every one of you and tell you why you're wrong and why I'm right. And then why the games are going to prove me wrong. You know, at some point I did bad. I know I'm not the only one that did bad this week because I went on and I looked at everybody's picks. Everybody that's in the Gridiron Nation ESPN app. If you joined the group Gridiron Nation for your pigskin pick'ems every week, I saw it. I'm not the only one that did really bad this week, man. There was some surprises this past week, so hopefully I can bounce back next week, have a better week with my picks, and hopefully in the money picks too, man. It was bad. It was bad, y'all. I hate trying to pick games this early in the season. It's hard. It is, man. It's tough. It's tough. So, but y'all be sure to let me know. Don't forget to go on YouTube and subscribe. If you're watching this through someone else's, or if you're on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. I would really appreciate it. If you're listening on Spotify or iHeart or Pocket Cast or Amazon or wherever you listen to your podcast, you're listening right now, keep it playing, okay? But go on, pull up YouTube, look up Gridiron Nation Podcast 1 and subscribe. And that's it. That's all I ask. All right? That's it. That's it. And then y'all can get notified anytime the new video or any of my shorts and reels drop. Okay? Yeah. So let's move on, baby. Let's move on. Because it's about that time. Talk about the big topic of the week. Yes, yes. Let's start here. Okay. Oh, my beloved NMSU Aggies, man. It's been tough, guys. It's been tough. I expected a tougher year than last year, but man. Ugh. So I watched this game against Sam Houston, and they started strong. Had like three and outs, start the game. Defense came on. It was good. But we had a new quarterback playing this time, man. And it was Santino Marucci. Okay. And I was okay with this. You know, even when he was struggling at first, I was okay with it. It's a new quarterback. You're throwing him out there. All right. He's a sophomore, I believe. So let's get it out there. Now, what I did see from him, an ability to throw the ball a little more accurately, 20 yards down the field. Not completely. He's got to work that out. But it was a lot better passing than what I've seen from Parker Awell. Now, the run, he can scramble too. I saw him take off a few times. I really hope they stick with him, for better or worse. I don't think Parker's the guy, and now Deuce Hogan is out. If y'all saw me post about it last week, he is out. Yeah, he has an injury that's keeping him out for the season. So it came down to Santino Marucci, and I think there's a lot there that can be worked on, that can improve, but I saw some positive things, man. It gave me a little bit of hope. Even if not for this year, you let this dude play out this year. And then maybe after he gets this year under his belt, you got something next year for the Aggies. Okay? Let me see what he can do next week now against the Lobos. A very winnable game, and I cannot believe we are the underdogs. Lobos ain't won a damn game. Lobos are on thought right now. How the hell are the Aggies? I know they're only one more win, but they gotta win. Are at home, Aggies, and yet Vegas has the Lobos slated to win this game. Hell no. We cannot. Aggies, we cannot. All the bad that's gone on this year, all the bad coaching decisions, the troubles at quarterback, the inability to get the pass game going. We finally saw the pass game get going a little bit this past week. But all the other stuff can be forgiven to a point if you take out those damn Lobos. Please. I don't want to lose to the Lobos, man. Lobos are bad. Lobos are bad. I mean, we're bad, but they're bad. We cannot lose to the Lobos here at home. Should be a packed crowd. There's gonna be a lot of Lobos fans here. Y'all better act right, because you ain't in Albuquerque. Okay? Y'all ain't in Burque. This is Cruz's, homie. So y'all better act right. Okay, I already know there's gonna be fights there's always fights though at the tailgating. College students, younger people, they get all trashed. They're out there drinking all day. Half of y'all won't even make it to the game because you'll be too trashed to walk into the damn stadium and sit there for another 3 hours all, all fucked up. So drink in moderation during the day, y'all. It's still hitting like close to 90 degrees outside, okay? So make sure you make it to the game. Don't get arrested before the game for fighting with some stupid-ass Lobos fan, because we all know how them fans from Burque can get, man. And if you're from Burque, no offense. If you're not one of those fans, then this shouldn't offend you. But if you are getting offended, what does that tell you? I'm just saying, yeah, I said it. I don't care. Because y'all hate us and we hate you. That's the natural order of things. That's how it goes. It wouldn't be right if we all got along, man. Fuck Burque and the Lobos. All right, so Aggies, go on, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Let's look at what UNM's got. Their quarterback, Devon Dampier. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 198 pounds, 58% on the year, 6 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 1,061 yards. Okay. They're playing from behind a lot of garbage time there, but he does run a lot. He is the leading rusher for this team as well. Okay. 32 rushes, 262 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns, 4 games into this. Now, their leading receiver is Luke Wysong. He is a junior. He's got 30 receptions on the year, 407 yards, 1 touchdown. So he is the guy in the passing game we will have to watch out. Running game, it is their quarterback, Dampier. That's who we have to focus on. Okay, now this week, will it be Parker Awad? Will it be Santino Marucci? I really hope it's Marucci. I have seen enough of Parker Awad. I'm sorry, I have. I've seen enough of him. I know a lot of Aggie fans have. What we saw out of Marucci, at least this past week, was some competent passing, at least. You know what I mean? At least we saw that. I mean, because what did we have? Let's look at it. Let's look at the game. Or look at least the stats. Look at the stats for the Aggies. Santino Marucci, I'm glad they stuck with him the whole game, by the way. 14-29, just over 50%. The thing is, he had 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, okay? But I really feel like there's more opportunity for Marucci to be a passer on this team, okay, than what we've had from Parker Awad. I really think it is. They need to open it up, man. I know they did. They actually did that on the field goal drive when it was 0-0. They drove down the field through passing the ball. And I'm like, okay. Then it went back to a lot of running. And as much as I do love what we've got with our running backs, especially with Seth McGowan, we still need to open up the pass. And I know Tony Sanchez has come out and said, well, we're a run-first team. That's what we're going to be, a run-first team. Okay. But you got to be willing to pass the ball enough to help your run out. And I saw the effort there in that first half. Second half, they fell behind, so they was trying. But, by then Sam Houston, they were playing for that. So I hope to see some improvement from the quarterback spot this week. I think Marucci has got an opportunity to do better, go over 100 yards this week. So maybe even hit 150. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do there. Watkins is the leading receiver right now for the squad, Monty Watkins, but we do not have a lot. This should tell you how bad the pass has been. Our leading receiver on the season has 69 yards, y'all. No, I don't mean for the game, on the season. That's not that's not going to get it done, and that's not going to help your run game. All right, so let's get it together, Aggies. This is a big one, Battle of I-10. We about to take them Lobos out and send them damn Lobo fans back home to Burke, crying all the way up there. Get your asses out of here, and we'll see you next time. I got the Aggies winning this game, though. I do. Got the Aggies winning. Now, y'all, if you're not here in Cruces, and you can't make the game, you can listen to it on Zia FM. It's like 99.5. You can find it online. Or you can find it on ESPN too. Or ESPN Plus, excuse me. It will be on ESPN Plus. Aggies are Lobos. And Aggies, man, y'all here at home. I don't know if we're going to go to that game. I am trying to see if I can get some tickets. We'll see. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get tickets for this game, at least some decent tickets. And the people that have like season tickets, this is a game they're not giving up. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to give, I don't want to go to this game here. You want my tickets? Okay. But this one, nobody wants to give up their damn tickets. And that's because it's a rivalry. It's going to be packed. It's going to be popping. And it's going to be on. And let's get it going, baby. Our Aggies, we got to get this win this week and get our second win of the year. Okay? So that we can jump up. What are we right now? 1-3? Let's get to 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? 2 and 3. And then we'll start looking ahead a little bit more. All right. But y'all don't miss this game. Okay? It will be on ESPN Plus, as I told you. All right, man. So don't forget, you guys, to go ahead and email me any questions you have. Okay, gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. Now, my brother Ignacio, you told me that you emailed me a question. I did not get nothing on an email from you. I did not. I didn't see anything. So make sure you're sending it to gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com through your email. All right? Send me the question, and I will read it for you next week. All right, don't forget, Gridiron Nation Podcast comes to you every Tuesday evening, most of the time, majority of the time, about 85% of the time. Okay? But I am here. I am here, man. I'm still not sure how my schedule is going to change yet, because I'm still in training here for management at the El Paso location. So I will start next week, and then I'll get an idea what my schedule is going to be like here in Cruces. Okay, so y'all just for now, keep rolling with me on Tuesdays, all right? Don't forget, y'all, Off the Grid with Gabe Garcia, available on YouTube and all audio streaming platforms. That is my other show where I'm doing interviews with people here in the community. I've had an interview with a Grammy Award winner, y'all. So, okay, let's get it. Let's get it, man. Get your people following this page, okay? Because I'm trying to really do some big things with that show in particular, okay? So help me out. Help me out, all right? It is about time for me to get up out of here, guys. Before I do, though, I'm just gonna take y'all out with this message, man. I was thinking the other day as I'm driving home, I got the commute from El Paso and I got off late. So I was driving home about 2 a.m. the other night. Just thoughts start going in your head. You're just seeing the white lines from the road. And I start thinking to myself, man, sometimes we like to talk about like, we want to be at peace in our life. We've got like maybe a past. Maybe we've done things in the past. I know you have. I know I have. Things that still creep up into your mind sometimes. That kick that little anxiety in there. You know what I mean? Things you've regretted. And they still follow you up here. Sometimes in here. If it's in here, it's going to get to here, to your heart. And the problem is sometimes we like to drag it around. We like to say, no, I can't do this and this because look what I did back then, or I can't be a better person because I did this back then. You know what I mean? You always have an excuse for not finding peace. So the way I look at it, guys, is think about this, a little food for thought. Maybe the problem is that it's not that you can't find peace within your mind with some of these things, with some of these old demons that we've all got. Maybe you just need to stop looking for peace and let it find you. Stop running from peace as well, though. Because the more you're looking for peace, you're looking for it, you're saying, I'm still trying to find peace within myself with some of these things, but damn it, it always comes back to haunt me. It always comes back in my head. That's the problem. That's the problem. What you need to do is stop trying to find peace, is because the more you're trying to find it, the more the old shit keeps popping up and saying, oh no, but remember this shit that you did 15, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last week, whatever. Find your peace by allowing it to find you. And when you do that, it's by you stop completely thinking about everything. Stop thinking about trying to find peace within yourself. Stop thinking about the reasons you're not finding the peace, because every time you're thinking about trying to find a peaceful solution to all your stresses and everything, it's just bringing up the stuff it's bringing up the problem. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You'll always think about the problem. You'll always think about the yeah, but. You'll always think about the, well, this is the reason that I'm always stressed out, and this is the reason why I got these demons hanging over me. All right, then stop thinking about them. It's easier than y'all think, because I've been able to do it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Not with everything, and it won't be perfect, and it won't be everything. I mean, you're still going to stress about some stuff, maybe have your regrets, but the moments that you're feeling like that are going to be less and less the more you stop letting your mind wander to that. Try to focus on the things going around the problem. Okay? Try to flow around the problem. Try to ease around it. Adapt to it. You know what I mean? Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all you got to do is be water, my friends. I am Gabriel Garcia. This is Gridiron Nation Podcast, y'all. I'm going to catch you guys next week where we can talk about week 5 of the NFL. We'll look back on week 4. And also, we'll talk about how the Battle of I-25 went down for the Aggies and the Lobos, man. This is Gridiron Nation Podcast, y'all. Again, I am the Wicked One, a.k.a. Gabriel Garcia, your host. And I'm going to catch you guys next week, y'all. Hey, find your places then and stay there, each and every one of you. All right? And get at me, man. Holler at your boy. I'm out. It is all one love. Peace.
Boys lyrically blessed, eating all my competition for dinner, cause I'm a winner. Sometimes my heart is sick, but inside lurking a sinner. Better come with a plan, I got my fans in the stands. If you don't know, well, they gon' tell you Wicked One is the man. Who gonna let them know? The